That didn't work. Has a richer, more luxurious mouthfeel than others. Mouthfeel than I have than from others I have had is what I'm trying to say here. Pour it into a little snifter here. The finish is nice. I do get some oak. I may feel more as it warms. I may have it a little colder than it ought to be. Oh, that didn't work. Has a richer, more luxurious mouthfeel than others. Mouthfeel than I have than from others I have had is what I'm trying to say here. Pour it into a little snifter here. The finish is nice. I do get some oak. I may feel more as it warms. I may have it a little colder than it ought to be. Yeah. Sorry for losing you there for a second. Yeah, I get a lot of. I feel the espresso. I know what you're talking about. Some deep dark chocolate. I see where they're coming from with the burnt sugar. There's a little caramel in there. Vanilla is there. It's light though. Just a suggestion. Just a hint. Just the slightest notion of vanilla. Anyways. Oh mercy. Uh, I may get more as it warms. I probably have this a little colder than it needs to be. No, there I'm getting more. I was gonna say the oak is lighter than many that I've had, but there's a lot of other flavors going on in this one here. I really feel that almost bitter dark chocolate right at the end, and then it combines with the oak, just a hint of vanilla. Oh, it's nice. It's a nice beer. I love a barrel aged imperial stout. I mean, I have from the first time I had one. I don't know, probably a decade ago, something like that. Who can remember now? It's all a blur. I remember it was probably, well, I remember anyway, about 6 years ago, people referred to barrel aged beers as a fad. With the hype surrounding some of them now, I think we can safely say that this is no longer a fad, right? If it ever was. There are certain beer trends that I feel are just that beer trends or a fad, whatever word you like to use. Obviously, the barrel aged beer isn't one of them. It's been around for a while, and they're going to be here a while. There's just so many different versions now. I mean, at one time it was solely the bourbon barrel imperial stout, but now we're using all kinds of barrels. We're barrel aging IPAs, we're barrel aging brown ales, we're barrel aging everything. And we're not just using bourbon barrels anymore, y'all. No, we're not. We're using rye barrels. In some cases, wine barrels. I've seen Cabernet barrels use Syrah barrels. Everything gets used now. It just adds to complexity. I mean, sherry barrels, brandy barrels, port wine barrels. I mean, everything gets used. It's just nice. I love Mother's Milk combines several barrels. They age the milk in several different barrels and then blend it together. Oh, it's nice. I just love that we can do that now, or that it's being done, I guess. So again, I can think we can safely say that it is clearly not a trend at this point, since there seems to be uh, more hype surrounding certain beers every year than the year before. Yeah, I'm liking this one more and more as I go, to be honest with you, as I'm letting this warm up in my hands here. The aromas are exquisite, actually. It's one of the most aromatic barrel aged imperial stouts I've had this season. And among that conversation is the BCBS and the CBS, among a few others, but those I wanted to mention. this certainly holds up to either of those, I think was the point I was trying to make. Hmm. Biscuits, that's good. Wow. Trying to think what other flavors I may be getting here. Feeling some toffee. Feeling I am getting some nutty, almost amaretto-like notes as well. Either way, it's a great beer. I want to relax and enjoy this. I don't want to drink it quickly over the course of a video, but it is a damn fine beer. If you can find it in your neck of the woods, I've seen it between 12 and 13 a bottle, or a can rather, an Imperial pint, 19.2 ounces. Is it worth the price? Well, if you like the style, it is. Will I buy it again this season if I can find it? Probably not, but I will seek it out next season because among the style, it certainly is a contender. I am Kind of Beer Whisperer. I drink beer and I say stuff. BeerVangelist, prolific beer drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and all around.